Jets post-game show. Gangzo here. Let's do this, people. We appreciate all of you for hopping on here, the whole live stream, watching with us. Look, this wasn't easy for us to watch. I'm sure it wasn't easy for you guys to watch. Initial thoughts, Frankie, for you, this Jets team, starting the season 0-4, going down to Miami, an 0-3 team that was on the ropes. You put up that type of effort. Just give me your thoughts, man.
Listen, man, at the end of the day, at this point, looking at the way this team played today, it was undisciplined. It was sloppy. You had no schemes defensively to counteract plays that the Dolphins continually did.
Yep.
Those misdirections, those play action mesh plays, they couldn't stop it. You couldn't get pressure on the quarterback. Tua wasn't sacked today.
Nope.
We didn't force a turnover.
Nope.
Again.
Nope.
We turned the ball over 3 times. Justin Fields really couldn't move the ball down the field. And like you were saying, when you look at his numbers, they'll be a bit swayed because of all the checkdowns and garbage time, quote unquote. We do have Garrett Wilson, who looked good today. But ultimately, this is just not a good football team, Ryan. And I think there's got to come a time that us as fans need to start holding the team and the coach accountable. I am not maybe the media. I know Kaz doesn't like when I say that, the media, but hey, I want answers, and I want to know also from the owner at some point. Doesn't have to do it now, but I want a plan. I want a vision for this team because I'm really not seeing it right now. The good thing is we're looking like we're going to be picking in the top 6 or 7, probably the top 5. And there's not really one quarterback right now that I would point to and say is the guy. So they can start doing diligence on that. But to keep it on to this game, you got outclassed a bit by an 0-3 football team. You're last in your division. And listen, I said rock bottom was last week. Rock bottom seems like it's again this week.
Oh, it's this week by far.
There's new lows, and it might be again next week. So I don't. Last thing I'll say, I'm not going to call it rock bottom anymore.
No, it's rock bottom right now. You lost to an 0-3 football team that was ready to fire their head coach, ready to fire the GM. The quarterback looked disastrous. He looked great tonight. They couldn't get any pressure on him. The defense got carved up by a simple scheme and offense when it came to play action, bootleg, simple screens, mesh concepts with the wide receivers and the tight end. Your number one defender at Quinnen Williams did absolutely nothing tonight. He was a 0. He had 1 pressure tonight. He was an absolute dud. Sauce Gardner got burned for a touchdown. He couldn't make a tackle when he needed to. Bum tonight. He was a bum. That's what he was tonight. It's harsh criticism, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
it's your number 1 paid corner in the NFL. Can't make a play on 4th down, Frankie. 4th and goal. He can't make a play. This is what you pay these guys all this money for. This is what Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilkes were paid and brought in here to be. Defensive specialists to stop the Miami Dolphins in that situation. Offensively, I think Tanner Engstrand's a little in over his head right now. I don't think he knows how to call an offense clean right now. I think he goes way too much to, here's my script of plays. I'm going to go from one play to the next one. What's the situation? I'm sticking to this play call. I'm not going to adjust. I don't see enough out there, Frankie, in terms of what he's doing offensively. I think he's in over his head. You have a quarterback that clearly is afraid to throw the ball downfield. You have a coach who is not willing to let his quarterback throw the ball on 3rd down. They keep running the ball on 3rd down.
Yeah.
So when you take the ball out of your quarterback's hands, it's showing you're scared as a team. You're not coaching them up fully. And clearly you're playing a very reserved type of football that you didn't verbalize to us as fans to say, hey, get ready this year. It's going to be a rough watch for all of you, like you said. So the vision's not there, and it hasn't been told to us all season long. And tonight was an absolute unmitigated disaster. Special teams, you fumble the ball on the kickoff return, not only once, but you also fumble the ball at the 1-yard line, which you should have scored a touchdown to open the game. You can't cause a turnover when you needed to. You take a fair catch at the 3-yard line. 3-yard line.
Yeah.
You have late penalties because you decide to hit a quarterback that's sliding way late. You had two, not one,
Think
but
about that.
2 times you lined up illegally.
I think it was more
Illegal
than that.
shifts. You had more than one false start.
Yep.
You had 12 penalties tonight for nearly 100 yards. This team is undisciplined. They're not well coached. They don't play well. They don't play together. They don't communicate. There's zero leadership. There is no redeeming qualities about this football team right now. And people will say I'm being too harsh and you're being way too critical on this team. No, they deserve it. That is a bottom 3 football team performance tonight. I've seen better football play out of the Carolina Panthers, the Tennessee Titans, the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can name any team that you think is bad. They have played better than all of them. They have played worse than all of them. Tonight has put me over the edge, and I think we are truly in for a season, Frankie, that is going to be all-time bad in Jets history. That's where we're going right now.
And I'll say this. There were a few redeeming things tonight. There were. For example, the Jets did rush for 197 yards with 7 yards to carry, highlighted by that Justin Fields 43-yard touchdown run. If I told you the Jets, and I hate saying this, you're probably going to want to pull your hair out, but if I told you the Jets, ran for 197 yards and threw for 226, granted, a lot of those garbage yards there, you would say they definitely won the game. But you know why we can't win football games? You know why we can't? Because we can't score touchdowns in the first half, and we can't play defense in the right way. We cannot strategically put together a defensive game plan where you can say, thus far, Steve Wilks, you've been in the league forever, man. You've been around this game forever. You're getting out-coached every game. You're looking like the offensive coordinator, or tonight Mike McDaniel, are out-coaching you and out-scheming you every game. Every game. Again, another game, a team scores over whatever that stat is. Justin Fields falls to 0-25 now, or whatever the number is, when a team scores over 20 points against them. Of course. Because
they had more yards than the Dolphins today.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
offensively.
Surprised. Yeah. I mean, just looking at this, I'm not surprised at all. Yeah. I mean, I am surprised. They had actually 404 yards we had to their 300.
0 sacks on Tua Tagovailoa tonight.
0 sacks, 0 turnovers.
The Dolphins have one of the worst offensive lines in football.
Welcome to football. 0 sacks, 0 turnovers. You ain't winning a football game. You're not. You're not going to win like that.
How can Aaron Glenn, with a straight face, go to the media and tell us as fans that we don't know what's going on the
13
field?
penalties, by the way, for over 100 yards.
13 penalties.
One more.
That's what I could see. I could see a bad football product. So what I can do is I can criticize you as a coach because you clearly aren't doing a good job. And the product you're putting on the field is hot garbage. I can call you out for that. And that's not something you can be proud of. There's no way you can tell me you're proud of that as a coach tonight.
No.
And the effort that was put forth by your team.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're 100% right. The defensive part of their game is putrid. They're a putrid football team.
Yeah, man.
They're giving up at least 27 points in every single football game. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and you played against a bad defense tonight.
How on earth can you take that talent from last year and the year prior, top 10 defense and yardage give up allowed, top 10 defense, and you've turned it into the worst defense in football? That's on you. That's not the talent. That's on you.
Yep.
You're coaching poorly with these guys. You're not putting them in the right position. You're not putting them the right way to make plays, and you're honestly not coaching them up well. The scheme clearly ain't working. The Dolphins were eating you apart any way they wanted to tonight, schematically.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't a hard game plan for them. And they kept running the same game plan on you.
Can I say one quick thing?
Yeah, of course.
I'm thinking about this right now. Last week, that Bucks game.
They outgained 400 to 300 yards tonight.
Yeah. Last week, that Bucks game, if you saw that last drive, Ryan, and you saw some of the things they were doing with Ibuka and getting Sterling Shepard open and whatnot, do you know that the Dolphins literally watched that tape from last week and just did basically the same kind of things the Bucks were doing and did it more often and in more unique, creative ways? You realize that, right?
I do.
Like a lot of the concepts we saw the Dolphins run tonight, which they sort of run those kind of concepts, but they even went more like the Bucks did. Remember when Baker in that last drive was rolling out and had Ibuka going across the middle? Remember Sterling Shepard crossing right over in a shallow cross, hitting them? They were doing that all night.
They had zero contained.
Yeah.
And what about
they made it more fancy?
How about the poor tackling for this team again? Aaron Glenn made that he made that a specific part of the training camp that he wanted to put a focus on was tackling. He had live tackling drills during training camp. Does that look like it's worked at all?
No, it hasn't.
Does it look like it's worked at all?
No.
Does any of the messaging that Aaron Glenn has preached to the Jets fans and the media all offseason and in the training camp, has any of that come to fruition right now? Any of it?
No.
Discipline? Nope. We're going to be better coached? Nope. We're going to be competitive? Nope. These games are not competitive. You are literally hanging on by miracle plays. A miracle Justin Fields 43-yard scramble. An insane catch by Garrett Wilson kept you in this game tonight. An insane play by Will McDonald that only one or two players in the NFL can make. A blocked field goal for a touchdown kept you in that game. Otherwise, you would have been blown out by both these teams back-to-back weeks like you were against the Bills. This team is in serious trouble, Frankie. I see the signs, and this is a bottom 3 football team right now. And I'm telling you right now, they will finish with a top 5 draft pick, if not top 3 draft pick. They're playing that bad. And I think Aaron Glenn deserves a lot of criticism for this because you have turned this team from what was once a 5-win team, previously a 7-win team with Zach freaking Wilson as your quarterback, a 7-win football team in 2 years has now turned into one of the worst in football. That's a joke.
And the other thing is, piggybacking off what you just said, it sucks when you have guys like Will McDonald that can make plays like that and Garrett Wilson that can make a play like he did tonight, and you're not able to put these guys in that position more often, and it seems like you're wasting talent.
It took them until the fourth quarter to get Garrett
talent.
Wilson involved in the game plan.
Yeah.
How much were we screaming in the first half for them to actually throw the ball to Garrett Wilson? I don't think he got targeted until the middle of the second quarter.
Yeah, he didn't get targeted until the middle of the second quarter.
How are you not as an offensive coordinator? How are you as Aaron Glenn, who know your personnel better than anyone else because you're a former scout, not screaming on the sideline, can we throw to number 5? Can we target number 5? He's open. Give him the ball. But no.
Yeah.
We're going to run the ball on third down. We're going to run the ball on third down because we're going to stick to our game plan.
It's terrible.
It's terrible product, man. And this is, again, I think a coach who I think clearly is in over his head. I'm being honest with you. It's a coach that's in over his head.
So far, it's 100% true.
He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm going to be honest with you. First year, doesn't know what he's doing, clearly. And he's in over his head. And I think he's talked himself into a serious pickle here with this franchise. And I clearly think he took this job not knowing what he was signing up for. And right now, it's going down the drain quick. And you cannot tell me you saw this coming with this franchise if you're Aaron Glenn. Don't walk your words back. Don't walk your words back.
You know what they should ask
You said you wanted the Jets fans to be proud of this product. That is not something you can be proud of at all. At all.
You know what they should ask Aaron Glenn today in the postgame? Can you text Kaz for me, please? He should ask him, or someone should ask him, hey, Aaron Glenn, remember that Bill Parcells quote? You are what your record says you are? Well, you guys are 0-4. You haven't won a football game yet. Is this still the same old Jets, Aaron? Someone should ask him that. Come on. He's a tough guy, and he is a tough guy to a degree. But you want to be a tough guy, you better stand and face the music. You want to bark, you want to fight, you want to put the boxing gloves on with media members. All right, cool. I don't care. That's all good. But now, when you're 0-4 and you got beat up by another 0-3 team tonight.
Yep. They got beat up tonight.
That their coach, they're talking about
Frankie,
firing that guy. They should not fire him. If they fire Mike McDaniel, we should fire Aaron Glenn the next day. Sorry. Because that guy coaches his team better. Great. He doesn't do a great job of defense, but we don't either.
Aaron Glenn on tonight's very disappointing game. There's no way you can win any game with 13 penalties and 3 turnovers. It just can't happen.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. More quotes coming in from Aaron Glenn after the game. Hearing loud voice. This is what Rich Cimini said. Hearing a loud voice through the wall of the Jets locker room as we sit in the press room. Sounds like an angry Aaron Glenn screaming at the team, and he has a right to be pissed. Now you show emotion after the game? Your team was embarrassed on national TV tonight. Like, it feels like he's putting on this facade, this act of, I'm a tough guy. I coached in the NFL. I played in the NFL. It's like, dude, I get it, man. I get it. But there are guys who have never who never played it down in this game and have coached circles around you. Mike McDaniel never played in the NFL. He coached circles around you tonight. He did. It's just, you don't have to be a tough guy to be a good coach in the NFL. You have to be smart, though. You have to be disciplined. You have to preach to these guys. This is how you play smart football.
Yeah.
Situational awareness, Frankie. How much do we see any situational awareness tonight? Fair catching on the 3-yard line, not knowing where you are. Fumbling the ball, not being mentally acuity, but at the start of the second half on a kickoff return. On 4th and 1, we draw up a play that's long developing, and Justin has to make an insane play
Right.
to make it happen.
He almost took a sack.
We don't get Garrett Wilson involved until the second quarter in our offense. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Braylon Allen, you cannot fumble the ball at the 1-yard line. Unacceptable. It's these type of things that you have to be able to call out as a coach and say, this is unacceptable. It's been 4 straight weeks of this, though, Frankie, where the penalties have killed them. The discipline has killed them. And now, the fundamentals and the actual scheme is coming and saying you're well overmatched.
Oh, yeah.
They can't throw the football down the field. That, I want to hear what you have to say about that, because that's a real issue.
At the end of the day, Justin Fields will not become a good quarterback in the NFL. And he's not a good quarterback in the NFL. Just an FYI, I don't know if people realize that. He will not become a good quarterback in the NFL and somebody that you could depend on to score at least 24 points-ish a game if he doesn't throw the ball down the field. And the only way he's going to learn how to be a good quarterback is by throwing the ball down the field, maybe throwing a bunch of interceptions and not being hidden. They're hiding his throwing deficiencies, and they're handicapping the offense, handcuffing the offense, by not letting him throw the ball down the field. And we saw the couple times that he has done it this season. You see Garrett Wilson making phenomenal plays left and right. I want to see more of that. I want to see more Mason Taylor. But you know what, Ryan? I almost don't even want to see anything with this Jets team anymore. And life doesn't get easier, man. Life does not get easier.
Aaron Glenn, I'm not losing hope in our guys at all. We just got to get back to work. That's all we can do. There you go. He's going to give we're going back to work attitude, mentality. Obviously, you're not going to say, I'm giving up on this team. You'll never do that 4 games in. But right now, it's freaking bleak. It is bleak.
Can I say one quick thing?
Yeah.
When's the last time you heard something really inspirational from a Jets coach in a post game? Like, not typical coach speak, like not like the typical, oh, I got to look at the film, or I got to,
moral victories.
like when's the last time you heard a coach do something that you're like, damn, I could rally behind this guy? Like, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything from Glenn yet. I haven't heard anything. I hadn't heard anything from Saleh, from Gase.
Don't you think he's tried to preach it, though, Glenn? Like, he's clearly put on this, again, I don't want to call it facade or an act. He's tried to rally his guys, even though I think he knows, at least I would hope he recognizes, the tape don't lie. It's bad. Your team is not putting in good effort. They're missing a ton of tackles. Defensively, you're out-schemed. You don't have guys rallying to the ball. No one's creating turnovers. Offensively, you look like a sloppy mess right now. You can't throw the ball downfield. There's no way you could spin this positive, but I think he tries to in the postgame by trying to defend his guys, Frankie. But the effort is not there, and they truly look like a team in shambles right now.
No, they are, man. They are. They do look that way. I think at this point, you have to call a meeting with the ownership, with the GM, and say, like, what are our goals this season at this point? What are the goals we need? We got to develop Mason Taylor. We got to figure out if Breece is on this roster moving forward. How much are we going to use this Isaiah Davis kid? Defensively, what the hell are we going to do?
Aaron Glenn on Justin Fields' performance tonight. I need to look at the tape. But to me, from the naked eye, it looked pretty good.
Don't even tell me that. Are you joking?
No, it's just an actual quote right now.
Can you repeat that, please?
Aaron Glenn on Justin Fields' performance tonight. I need to look at the tape. But to me, from the naked eye, it looked pretty good.
The guy had 60 yards passing up until, what was it, the beginning of the third quarter. Again, he looks at the run. He looks at the passing yards. And, whatever, man. Yeah, Ryan, this guy's not ready to be a head coach.
Nope,
let's just call a spade a spade.
I agree.
I agree. It's enough trying to dance around the topic.
And I love it.
He's not ready.
People want to keep telling us patience, Frankie. Patience. Got to give the guy a chance. Got to give the guy a chance. I'm trying to give him a chance. But Frankie, we're seeing the same mistakes, man. It's the same old thing. He was asked why the Jets continue to struggle with penalties, because that's what's been a constant theme from last year to this year. This team continues to struggle with penalties, and it's been a point of emphasis since OTAs. You know what he said? He goes, you know what? We've got to figure that out. You think?
Listen, I don't like the fact that, and I'm not gonna over criticize this man right now because it's a little bit young in our process, but Aaron Glenn can't be a tough guy when it's convenient for him. You can't be loud and aggressive and brash and blunt when it's convenient. Be that way now, right? Like, don't hide now. Now he's hiding. Now it's look at the film. Now it's we'll talk about it later. You want to be a tough guy. You should be a tough guy all the time. Don't be a tough guy against the guy that's smaller than you. Be a tough guy also when the UFC guy walks in the room. He wants to be a tough guy against against the small guys or the weak people. Be a tough guy against the toughest SOB in the room. Come on, tough guy.
I can't believe he said Justin Fields looked good tonight. Guy couldn't throw the ball over 15 yards downfield. He had the 2 plays that he had thrown over 16 yards. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, Frankie, as you always do, we give out flowers to someone we actually think someone deserves it, I guess. I have someone in mind, but I want to hear you. Who are you giving your flowers to tonight?
I'm giving my flowers to Garrett Wilson, man.
That's a good one. Very good one.
Garrett Wilson.
Had the heart tonight.
Yep, and then Garrett Wilson had that one moment that I really like where he looks at Aaron Glenn and basically telling him, like, this is what we need to do as an offense. Get me the damn ball. Let's do this more often. And clearly the Jets don't know how to do that just yet, and they're limited by the quarterback. But Garrett Wilson made some nice plays tonight, showed that energy, showed that fight that you love about him. So, yeah, Garrett Wilson gets my flowers.
I think that's a good one. It's a really good one. For me, I'm going to go Nick Folk.
Oh, I like that.
Thinker kicker.
That's it.
Hitting 2 bombs tonight. He's the only one that really – him and Garrett Wilson, the only 2 that showed up tonight, in my opinion. The offensive line I could give flowers to. I think they actually played pretty solid tonight. Okay. They opened lanes for the running game, and I think they gave Fields some time to throw. I just think he missed guys. He kept checking it down, didn't take the chances when he wanted to, and the Jets just kept running the ball on 3rd down when they couldn't, and they shouldn't probably on 3rd and 5. So I would give it to Nick Folk, honestly. That's what I'm giving flowers to tonight. Listen, I don't have any other final thoughts, but I'll let you finish it up. Any other final thoughts about the Jets? They got the Cowboys next week, who are 1-2-1. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. My only final thoughts is this defense needs some leadership, man. Somebody's got to step up on that defensive side, and I could care less really about this season in that regard. But for the future of that defense, like, they got to figure out what they're doing defensively, and it may not be coming from Steve Wilkes, who probably won't be here. So somebody's got to step it up. Sauce has to step it up. Yeah. Quinn, and someone on that defense needs to be like, this is my defense. JJ Watt said it's his defense. Aaron Donald, this is my defense.
Have some pride.
Yeah. You see it around the league. Patrick Surtain playing now. This is my defense. We need a guy that you're going to go in, you're going to say, that guy.
Yep.
That's that defense with that guy, and we don't really have that. We just have a bunch of guys, and no one's really, like, has that, like, aura about them that, this Jets defense, this defense doesn't scare anybody.
Nope.
They're throwing they threw behind the back reverse tonight in the red zone. Come on. They didn't even care if there was a fumble there. We're not going to recover it anyway, shockingly. But hey, it is what it is, man. We could be as negative as we want. We're going to cover every game. We're going to probably do more of these, I assume. So it is what it is. You got to, look at what you see, and we got to break it down as we see it. What other choice we got? We could talk about food if you want. We can maybe do a food segment moving forward. I'm down with that.
We appreciate all you fans for watching us tonight, watching this Jets misery tonight. It's therapy session for us to talk about it like this. We have fun doing this. I hope you guys have fun watching us as well. We appreciate all the comments. The chat was awesome tonight. You guys gave us plenty of energy and life tonight. Helped us get a lot of things going in the conversation here. Listen, it's ugly. Stick with us. On Gang's all here. Frankie and I will be talking to Kaz a little bit later this week. I probably say Wednesday we'll be talking to him, breaking down what he saw tonight, and then also probably previewing that Cowboys game. We got a lot of discussions coming up here about this Jets team and where the heck the season's going right now, but it is fastly over an 0-4. You're not going to make the playoffs, obviously, so that's a pipe dream. They can't even get a win right now. So we'll see what happens. For Frankie Vittorini, for Ryan Sampson, from the New York Post Sports and the YouTube channel, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit us up on Gangs All Here. You can get us wherever you get your podcasts. We love doing this. We do the post-game shows every week on this channel. It's a nice therapy session again for us. You should definitely tune in for those. We'll be there Sunday after the Jets-Cowboys game. That's it, Frankie. Anything else?
My man, it was a pleasure. Our first watch party.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a party. We had some fun. I had some fun.
You did.
The outcome wasn't there, but this was good. The Post, you guys are great, by the way. I always appreciate coming here. You guys treat me well. You guys give me a nice, desk, and I could drink as much water and coffee as I want and eat all your Nutri-Grain bars, so I appreciate it. No, but we'll be back next week.
Yep, we'll be back next week. Signing off for tonight. I'm not saying it because they don't deserve it. So yeah, that's an episode.